What's up, y'all? Now I'm out here again, and I'm about to do some recapping on how to or basically how to graduate high school, because I'm pretty sure I said this before in previous videos. Now, before I get started, may I remind you that there is a breeze out here, and they said today that it was supposed to be at least in the upper 70s. Well, not the upper 70s. It was supposed to be at least in the upper 60s to 70 degrees at max today. But it feels like that won't be the case, at least until like a good hour or two later, where it will feel nice, warm, and cozy out here. But right now, there's a sudden breeze that's making it feel like it's in the lower 50s. So I don't know what the hell Mother Nature's problem is, but like I said, spring is just around the corner, so you'll never know if it might go the other way around. But that's how it is. So let me recap on what I said before in previous videos, because like I said, I don't know if I said this before, but if I did, then it can't hurt to recap, because there could be some of you that are brand new to the channel, or at least a couple of you are new to the channel, so it's best to either go over it again or recap on it. So basically, as soon as you get into high school, things are going to get a lot more tougher. Now, for your freshman year, things won't be as difficult, because I'm pretty sure that the first type of math class that you'll have is more than likely Algebra 1, most likely. Science, as far as science go, you might get bio, which is biology. And I don't know about any other classes like history or ELA or whatnot, but yeah, you are going to get some very moderate classes, here and there. So things are not that tough. I'm pretty sure you'll get through it like a breeze. Obviously, you would get through it like a breeze, because it's only your 9th grade year. Now you're going to get into your 10th grade year, which is your sophomore year. Things are going to get a lot more tougher, but it's basically building off of your freshman year. You're going to take much tougher classes. So, for example, for math, you might take either geometry or algebra 2. Science, you might take either bio 2, which is biology, once again, biology 2, or anatomy, and some other classes like U.S. History 1, basically, all that. So that's for your sophomore year, but nothing to complain about. You might have some field trips here and there, especially the main one, the Six Flags field trip, or depending on what school y'all went to or what school you're going to now. If they do any field trips yearly, then that's good. Now your 11th grade year, which is your junior year. Now things are going to get slightly more complicated, because you're nearly a senior, or was a senior, or was a junior, or however you want to put it. In your junior year, things are going to be a lot more tougher. So as far as classes go, you might have Algebra 2, I'm assuming, either Algebra 2, pre-algebra, or advanced algebra, probably my best guess. Science, you might have not chemistry. You might have either possibly chemistry, maybe. Chemistry, possibly physics, maybe, and that's possibly much it. I don't really know any advanced science classes. The only ones I know is chemistry and physics, so because I took them. So, and as far as history goes, you still might take U.S. history too, or U.S. government type classes, something like that. ELA, you might take like college ELA, whatnot, something like that. So things are getting a bit more complicated, but not too complex. And now, your senior year, 12th grade. Now this is where the heaviness will come in. Oh, and by the way, once you're a junior, you do need to attend junior seminars, because whatever schools y'all went to or are currently going to now, they might hold junior seminars, something like that, because you guys are getting close to seniors, and then they're gonna discuss with y'all on how the future's gonna go and all that here and there. So things they are gonna tell y'all to do or to attend seminars and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's that. Now it's time to get into your senior year. Yeah, it is getting kind of chilly out here. They lied about the temperature. But yeah, here comes your senior year. Now here's where things are gonna get a lot more complex and basically stressful, because, and by the way, throughout your entire 4 years of high school, you do need to pass MCAS and possibly SAT. If you want to graduate, you have to pass all the MCASs, ELA, math, and science. And they have to give you prep on all of those 3 tests. Because if they don't, then you ain't gonna pass. If you was given prep on a certain MCAS test, like let's just say ELA, for example, but they haven't given you any more preps for the other 2 tests, which is science and math. And that's obviously bad, because if you don't take prep for the other 2 subjects, then you ain't gonna pass, and then your dreams of graduation might be put to a halt, because passing the MCAS is one thing you really need to do, because that's one of your graduation requirements. So yeah, so this really goes for all of your years in high school: freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. So yeah, just as a friendly reminder. So for your senior year, as far as classes go, you might take, I don't know what's the advanced class of ELA. I have no clue. I still keep thinking it's college English, which I think might be advanced ELA probably. As far as math goes, you might take pre-cal. Science-wise, you might obviously take physics and or chemistry. And as far as history goes, I have no idea, because I don't think I was that high in history classes, so I don't know what's the highest in history classes, but the highest that it can go, that's what they're going to give you. And obviously you are going to have classes, I forgot what these classes were called. I forgot the name of it, but I forgot the name of those classes. But you are also given those type of classes too, so that's a little bit of a stretch. So, and yeah, and in your senior year, things are going to be a lot more complex, because one, you have to attend senior seminar. Obviously, you have to attend all of them, because you can't just chicken out. Well, not chicken out, but you can't tell your teachers or anybody that you don't want to go, because they're going to force you to go. So you must go to every senior seminar, and if I believe correctly, I think they're held every Thursday, but depending on what school y'all go to or used to go to, maybe y'all senior seminars were held on some other day. I don't know. But the school I went to, they were held, I think, every Thursday. So, and I had to go to every single one of them. So, like I said, I had no problem because it would get me out of at least 1 or 2 class periods. So, I didn't mind. And obviously you are going to have various of college field trips to go to, especially within your junior year too, because they are going to be they're going to be taking you to colleges that you might apply for and stuff like that. And I said this before, that I went to every single college field trips, but only just for the food. I wasn't even paying attention to the college info and all that. I was paying attention, but as far as the food went, the food was absolutely delicious. I would only go out to those college field trips just for the food at the end, because their food is absolutely delicious. They got an all-you-can-eat buffet. That's how they call it. An all-you-can-eat buffet. And their foods are delicious. Or delicioso. Delicious. Yes, they are. And yeah, so that's literally your senior year. Oh, and obviously you gotta pay your senior dues. You have to pay all of them. One of them is obviously for your cap and gown. I think your senior photos, I think. Because I'm pretty sure that you are going to be... Because I'm pretty sure you are going to need to take senior photos, obviously. So they are going to pressure you to do that. Like I said, it ain't embarrassing. It's just you smiling into the camera. That's pretty much it. There's nothing embarrassing or humiliating about that. You're just taking a photo. And I'm pretty sure they're also going to take a photo of you in your cap and gown too, because that's what they're going to do. And then within your senior dues, you would also need to pay for your senior photo, obviously. And I think they would also do a senior field trip too. But at my school, they do senior field trips. The last trip that I could have and obviously would have went to was New York City. I wanted to go there, but for some idiotic reason, I guess I didn't want to go, because I think it was a 2-day trip. And I guess I just didn't feel like going. But to New York City? Now, at first, I wanted to go, but since they said that it was a 2-day trip, I was like, yeah, never mind, because I guess at the time, I didn't want to be far away from home, or at least far away from Boston. At that time, I didn't want to, but now something's telling me that I could have went, but I don't know. At the time, I didn't want to go. But I do want to go back to New York City, or go to New York City someday. So that would be nice. But yeah, that's your senior year. Do your senior dues. Pass all of the MCASs. I think you also need to pass I think you also need to pass the SAT, because I'm pretty sure they're going to give you prep for the SATs. So you obviously do need to pass that. That's a graduation requirement, obviously. And then once all your dues are done and all that, and once you know you passed all of the MCASs, and once you know that your grades are up to par, that's enough for you to pass, then you're all set. You're all ready for senior sign-out. Because that's when senior sign-out is going to take place. I would assume senior sign-out would take place... I know that they would take place at least around the end of May. That's my best guess, because when I went to school, senior sign-out was around the very, very last week of May and into June. But for y'all's schools, it may be at a different month or at a different day. I don't know. But, yeah. And then, your graduation day. For me, it was June 8th. My graduation date was June 8th, 2018. So, wow, it's literally getting windy out here. Look at that. It doesn't even feel like it's out here. But yeah, my graduation was June 8th, 2018. For y'all schools out there, graduation may be on a different date. Maybe it'll be somewhere later in June, like the 10th or the 9th or something. I don't freaking know. But at y'all's schools, it could be at a different date. So, but yeah. And then that's it. And that really depends on where you go from there. You know, if you want to apply for school, like a college, then go right ahead. Like I said, that only varies on what you're interested of doing. Whether if it's programming, computer science, engineering, or if you want to be a scientist, a doctor, nurse, teacher, pilot, a cop, or if you want to be in the Army, Coast Guard, and the SEALs, which is obviously the Navy SEALs. I just call them the SEALs. Or anything really that involves you going back to school, go right ahead and do it. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine, because that will take you like 15 plus years just to get to, possibly. And if you don't want to spend that much more time in school like you did between kindergarten and your senior year of high school, then you don't have to go through that again. You can just go ahead and just apply for a normal part-time or full-time job, which I'm in the process of. I'm only doing a part-time job, which is working at GameStop, because I actually want to work at GameStop. So GameStop seems like the most easiest job to do. It's just you being in GameStop, selling games, all that jazz. So that's me. That's what I'm doing. I just have to wait until my birthday to work on getting my ID, because I can't get my ID at the moment because I'm under 21. And if I get the one that's under 21, then I have to turn around and re-update it, so that way it can be over 21. So that way I can enter a bunch of federal buildings and stuff like that somewhere in downtown or whatever. But yeah. But that's what I'm doing right now. It's completely up to y'all if you want to apply for school or not. That's completely up to y'all. It's y'all's life. Do whatever the hell you want, as long as you remain humble, successful, blessed, all that, and you're cool. So, like I said, the road to graduating from high school is to make sure that your grades are good. Make sure that all your dues are paid, especially for your senior year, because that's where things are really going to get heated. Pass all the MCASs, pass the SATs, and a handful of other stuff that they probably don't tell you directly, but I think there are very little snippets that you have to do. And then that's it. And if you haven't accomplished any of that, then your ass ain't graduating. They're literally gonna have you repeat your senior year. And like I said, and by the way, Trinity is actually going through this. Like I said, she's my bestie. She's going through this. You know, I texted her the other night and asked her how her grades was. I said, were your grades good? She said, not really. And I said, then that's not a good look. And I asked if she passed any of the MCASs, and she said no. So then that's really not a good look right there. And what I just explained today about what you need to do in your senior year, to graduate is that, again, you need to make sure all your grades are up. Make sure you pass all the MCASs. Pass the SAT, because I'm pretty sure you do need to pass that test for one of the graduation requirements. You need to do that. Pay your senior dues. And do other little snippets here and there, and then you're all set. That's what you mainly have to do to graduate. But if you don't do that, then you ain't graduating, and then they're going to unfortunately keep you back for another year, and that ain't a good look. At first, I really thought, I was hoping and praying to God that it wasn't going to happen to me, because I kept failing the math MCAS, but because I was never given MCAS prep for it, but since I got it, passed it, so that was good. So that's just a full recap on your high school year, and basically what you obviously need to do within those 4 years just to graduate. Now, I probably never said it that way before. I just can't remember. I remember recapping on this or saying this before, but I guess I didn't. But I guess I never said it this way. So, but yeah, that's it. So hopefully that's helpful right there. But like I said, do what y'all can if any of y'all are still in school. And for those of y'all that are out, congrats, be blessed. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Show me some love. You know. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Alright?